So we know that owner-operator involvement is the number one negative for valuation of your company. But for a lot of you, you haven't even gotten to the point where you worry about the value of the company because you're so immersed in it. You're still focused on the surviving and the striving side that you haven't given yourself the opportunity to thrive. And so another reason that you want to move from being an owner-operator to an active investor is taking a look at yourself and really understanding what your relationship is with your business. And over the years, I've worked with thousands of business owners. And for a lot of folks, they're very stressed. When they think about work, they're stressed. Part of it is they're not achieving the high goals they've set out for themselves. But the other side, and this hits a lot of business owners and probably a lot of you watching right now, is that your lifestyle stinks. Right? You're spending so much time in your business that you're not actually living a life. You're basically owned by your own business. And so not only your business isn't achieving the goals, but you personally are getting worn down. And it impacts you physically, it impacts you mentally. And what it does is that prevents you from being able to live a lifestyle and really get the benefits of your business. So before we even worry about valuing your company, let's take a look at if you weren't the owner-operator but were an active investor, you could be focused on those larger goals. And importantly, you can be developing a lifestyle so that you're actually enjoying your life, getting healthier, focused on things that you really enjoy, and figuring out how you can make a bigger impact around you. And so understanding your relationship with the business is really important. Over time, some business owners that I've worked with have gotten a very negative relationship with their business. They need to be there, but at the same time, they don't really enjoy it. And one of the things, as a business owner, everybody in your business is on a one-day contract, right? They've got to earn it every day, except for you. You as a business owner, once you're the owner, you're there, whether you like it or not. And so my perspective is, let's start liking it more. Let's start making yourself feel like you're empowered as opposed to being an indentured servant. There's some people that I've worked with their business, they feel like they're trapped in it. They have their expertise in this area. They developed a client list. There's nothing else they feel they can do because they're owner-operators in that business. And I don't care whether it's in a service field or in a production field. If you're owner-operator and you're totally immersed in your business, you look at this and all of a sudden you have a very unhealthy relationship with your business. And everyone in your business can be fired except for you. And what I'm suggesting as you move from an owner-operator to an active investor, you want to fire yourself at least from the day-to-day. Fire yourself so you can focus on what really matters to you. I have a number of clients that have gotten into their business and they've been remarkably successful, and they ask themselves, how on earth did I do this? And they feel unworthy of the success they've achieved. And part of it is they say, I just got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time. And their self-view and their image of themselves is they don't deserve this great income, this great wealth they provide, except that's what the market says. And so part of this, if you don't have a healthy relationship with your business or with yourself, you may be your own worst enemy as an owner-operator. And so again, as we move to be an active investor and look at larger impacts we can make in our community, for ourselves, and also what kind of legacy we're going to leave, you're going to have a much better view of yourself and the success that you're achieving. And one of the questions that you have to ask yourself as you look at your business, do you feel motivated every day or do you feel obligated? Do you feel like you're obligated to take care of your employees, obligated to take care of your clients, obligated to just put in face time as opposed to productive time? And one of my clients, very interesting, he had a very successful business for 10 years. And what happened was his business started to go downhill. And he got to a point where he really didn't like his job, didn't like his business, but he had 10 people that worked for him, and he felt obligated to continue the business so they could be employed. And he lived an awful life for 2 years. Eventually, he sold his company to another, and they merged in, and each of the employees ended up saying, you know what, I couldn't understand why you were doing that to yourself. Why were you living such an awful life? We wanted you to be happy. Why were you worried about us? And so part of this process of becoming an active investor is really getting a much healthier relationship with your business and a healthier relationship with your employees and everybody around you. And what will happen is if you give people the power, you'll be amazed at the things they can achieve. And one of my clients used to come in on a regular basis, and he was Captain Jack. And he said, one of the problems for most people is they confuse efforts with results. And, we've been taught that, we've got to work hard, we've got to put in our time, we've got to work long hours. And Jack was of the mind, if I can get something done in 15 minutes that provides great value, that's the business I want to be in. And where a lot of business owners get trapped as an owner-operator, just by being immersed on a day-to-day basis, being focused on making sure they're getting things done every day, they confuse efforts with real results. And as an active investor, we're going to get you focused on real results. It's not about how much time you spent, but how much income are you generating? How much wealth are you building? Are you achieving your strategic objectives? And once you start looking at your business as a real investor would, guess what? You're going to be able to focus your skills and focus your passion in a way that's going to have the greatest impact. And it's not going to be about hours in, it's going to be about what results am I achieving. And so part of this process and part of the Business Value Builder program is to make sure that you're not confusing efforts with results, but you're going to focus on results and you're going to achieve those results by going through this program.